Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
The top player is heat.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Air throw. Had their eye on the sky. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Starting to sweat a bit. Bops him with a target combo. Oh, easy tech. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Can't tech the throw. Combo with the target combo. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Oh, with the throw. Time for a drink. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Breaks the block with a throw. Knockout, and we have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. A quick breather. Shows a medium kick. Tags him and takes the W. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Time for a drink. Checks with a medium kick. Crowns him from above. Player 2 is working what sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Drive rush. Closes the distance. Nothing stops this train. Player 1, his throw is denied. What a read. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Both sides getting ready. Cashes out the cage right there. Yo, the special forces don't play. Delta Red assault.
Assessing damage.
Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Oh, they switch sides. Looking for a hold. Oh my god, this fighter's got the perfect read. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 2 reaches the...
Here comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. The cross-up connects. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Combo with the target combo. Takes a trip, answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. They can't squander this punish counter chance. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump wins out in the battle of the skies. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Still scrapping for control of the space. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Knockout and they're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Drive gauge on deck. Are they gonna gun it? He charges forward. Are we gonna see a connects with the throw? What's next? Drive rush. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits him with this free flow. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the target combo as a filler. Knockdown and player blocks the low kick. Barely, genius read with that throw escape. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Manages to block the jump in. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, they change sides. Gets out of the corner. Oh, the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Sees the overhead coming. Drops them from the air. Player, nothing stops this train. Target combo into. Okay, here we crumble from above. Who will set the bait at this range? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Too far for the throw to connect. Medium kick. It is over. Player 1 survived that 10th mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Sets up with the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? All right, what's coming up next? Sticks the jump in. Nice cross-up. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Holds out with the block, reads their mind and techs the throw. They decide to hang back, springs forward with the drive rush. They take some drive rush to keep it going. They return to center stage. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jump? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Holds out with the block. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Throws him. What's next? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player picks a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Wow, that's some big-time damage there. There's the wall splash. They can't do anything now. Forcing them to block the drive impact near the corner is a very smart play on their part. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drip. Drops them hard. Low heavy. Oh, here we go. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Dropping over to the flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Connects with the throw. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Both fighters are raring to go. We're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Burnout activates. Sticks out a kick. This can lead to some big damage. Here comes a big combo. This is gonna hurt. Overdrive arrow kick. What are they gonna do? A jump? Sets up with the jump in. Throws him. Amazing. Jump. Quick medium poke. Ooh, you left the low block. All the throw connects. Oh, getting it all on the driver. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta dig down deep here. Rushes in. Look at me. Stop them. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Happy hour. Gets a wrist, delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw, trips him up. Saw that low heavy coming. The throw misses. The jump in is denied. Throws him to negate the block. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Life lead opens up. The kick hits! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jump? Hits with the overhead. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Knockdown. Goes air to air and takes this. Going on the offensive. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Scrapping it out up close. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What's the next move? Max S.A. Gate curls him from above. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback. KO! Player 2 proved to be the victor in that mirror match.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
The top
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Still slugging it out here. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. With the throw. Well-timed corner switch. Oh, easy tech. They're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Had the radar up and running. Experiencing burnout. Holds out with the block. And that attack ends it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. They were expecting that drive impact. Going in, jumps up. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Jump, goes for the jump-in. Their life is hanging by a opts for the critical art.
This is our destiny.
Lands the Getsuga Saiho.
Secret art. Getsuga.
Going for that juicy damage. Solid anti-air. Impact. What? How did they anticipate that jump-in? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Who's going? Drives impact, misses, throws them. Sees the overhead coming. Both players look for something to work with. Anti-air in the front. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Sets up with the jump in. Player one is in a very good spot now. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player two breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground. Player two blocks the low kick. Jump crowns him from above. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Thick. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Now they can use drive. Wall splash into the guard break. Burns the bar for breaking. Player two can't win this without pulling the trigger. There's a drive impact. Bringing the hot fire. This is what a finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
train.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Starts with the jumping. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
Don't disappoint me.
Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Sticks the combo. Projectile to try and change the situation. Anything could happen here. Springs forward with the drive rush. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? They gotta take advantage of this drive differential.
Shoryuken!
Hits them with a stopping block. Uses the target combo as a throw-it. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jumps in. Watch it.
Shoryuken!
Gets the knockdown, and now, taking stock. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Oh, easy tech. Reads the blow and shuts it down. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over. Hits them with a stopping block. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Kinryu Ripper. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Solid anti-air. Yo, put that away. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta go. Sets up with the jump in. Ooh, what a smart throw. Overhead. Overhead attack. The next touch may decide this round. What are they gonna do? Impact squash. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Who will come out on top? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? They back down just what they were after. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Charges forward. Combo with the target combo. Throws him. What's next? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Taking stock. Fantastic reactions there. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Got their eye on the air. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. What'll happen here? The throw miss. Blocking that KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws him. What's next? Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Jumps in. Hits him with a stopping bop. Shoryuken manages to block the jump-in attack. What'll happen here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work.
Come on. It's time to
Level
train.
3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Good presence of mind to pull the trick. This is gonna hurt. Uses that wall pressure. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to steal this win? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fires without warning. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Going on the offensive? Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, here we go. Blocks the low kick. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Drive rush. Anticipated that throw. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge to spin. This is gonna hurt. Oh, Yo! Rock Super here! Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground! Player 2 can't win this impact squash! Take that guard away! He's maxed out! They are not getting close to low heavy! A real dashes out the cage right there! They're gonna teach you a lesson here! To play with fire, you're gonna get burned!
Shut up!
I've had enough.
They can't get it! Oh, they're gonna win in the ball! Oh, it's enough? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while! They really took it down to the wire!
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
The top player is here.
Prepare yourself.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Denies that throw attempt. Brushes off the throw. It's okay. We're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Gets a chance with that jumping. All right, what's coming up next? Grabs him. Well-timed corner switch. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The jump-in is denied. A quick breather. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. They both springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Gets the jump in. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Gets them with the anti-air. Big counter. Player 2 can build off this lead. Hits them with a stop and pop. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Medium kick hit. The low's blocked. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Side switch in the corner. Experiencing burnout. Overhead. Finishes with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
We're all feeling it.
Final round. Fight.
Happy hour. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Trump hits them with a stop and pop. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Out of range. Relatively safe. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Drive rush to keep it going. Ooh, does them dirty. Excellent jump in. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Both sides getting ready. This is gonna hurt. Nothing stops this train. A jump in? Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Forward run. The super connect. Player 2 is nice. Oh, drive rush. Player 2, I called it. No heavy. What will be the follow-up here? They are done. Player 2 clinches way we could have called that.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Bamboozling blocks the low kick. Medium connects with the throw. Side switch in the corner. Connects with medium kick. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Got their eye on the air. Nails the anti-air. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Yoga float. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. You've got to springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Barely block, tries to act quickly, but with the attack. The jump in is, oh my god, they just choked it up. Catches out the cage right there.
This is our destiny.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Gets got.
Flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
We're all
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chance. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Springs forward with the drive rush. Situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Free throw strikes! Is this Sunburst gonna be too hot to handle? What now? Take that guard away, he's maxed out! Oh, that's gonna leave him rattled. Nothing stops this train! Player 1 is gonna, does him dirty. There's a drive impact. Bringing the hot inferno! What are they cooking up? I can't believe it! Oh, huge step! Escape denied! Piles on the corner pressure! Player, drive rush! Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Big gauge difference here. It is over! Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that good luck. Yoga fire to turn up the heat. They exchange blows. Did well to get the buff in there. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Goes in on the impact for nothing. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by fading something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? The jump in catches them. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Time to reassess the situation? Out of range, relatively safe. So, what's next? Shows the medium kick? Blocks! Which way you gonna block? Uses the target combo as a filler. Both sides getting ready. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. They're going for the super art? What were they thinking? Throws them. What now? Is this sunburst gonna be too hot to handle? Who's gonna flatline them? Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
A new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
The top player is here.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 chases them down. Side switch with the back row, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Nails the anti-air. Heading into the endgame now, it's getting tense. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Connects with medium kick. Jumps. Jumps in. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to... burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. Gets the jump in. This can lead to some big damage. Connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. They're recovered. Sets up with the jump in. A jump in with the cross-up. Cross super hard incoming. Breaking on them to lay down the flatline zone.
Final round.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Lightning kick. All the throw connects. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Excellent lead. Player 2 is in a very good spot. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Slick overdrive kick there to call them out. Player 1 has a full jump. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Going on the offensive? Gets the jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. The super armor does its job. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Sticks the Getsu. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. The jump in catches with a super up connect. Now, can they finish the job? Neither of them willing to back off here. Jumps in. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. Resource management is the key to winning. From upstairs. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Both fighters planning something. Player 2 drives it back, misses. Super clutch corner switch. Anti-air in the clutch. Lightning kicks. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The low heavy is denied. Barely blocks the jump in. Peppers that genius read with that throw escape. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Burns the bar for drinking. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Oh, here we go. Solid anti-air. Oh, man, this is a scary range. The jump in is denied. Anti-air in the clutch. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? No lapsing judgment goes unpunished.
Jamie.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Cross up blocked. Some fine spacing and timing. The pace is slowed considerably. Who will make the first move? The fighters are matching each other move for move, going into them. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 chases them down. Takes a trip. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Gets the jump in. Gets them. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Had the radar up and running. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Hits them with a stop and run. Looking to impress with this super. It's the level 1. Breaking with some serious style. Oh, plot twist. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? All in with a rush. Player 2 who dashes out the gate right there. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Player 1 can't use and break through with the throw. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Puts one in the pocket. The drive parry was successful. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Takes the chance to hurt him. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Takes a trip. Well-timed corner switch. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. One combo can end this round right now. Smart play with the throw. Player springs forward with the drive rush. KO! Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. Avoids getting cornered. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Both fighters planning something? Anti-air drops him. They just said, get that jump in, out of here. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. What'll happen? Just goes for it at this range. Spends two for the meteorite and absolutely destroys it. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super art. Player one is in a very good spot now. Closing moments of the match. One hit gun. What a finish! Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Decides to go in with the target combo. No good up high. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Box him with a target. All right, what's coming up next? Had the radar up and running. Gets the jump in. Player two is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Impacts are no go. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws them to negate the block. Life lead opens up. The quarter makes they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Takes a trip. Holds out, but blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Knockdown and both fighters are barely alive. In there! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Jumps in! Super on deck for both fighters. Expect it's a good spot to use the super. Now, can they finish the job? Barely blocks the jump in. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner. What? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work.
Come on. It's time to
Uses
train.
the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Wow, that's some big time damage there. What'll happen here? Manage connects with the throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player one, clutch, and what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Medium kick hits. Reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. This is a badge of perfect tech. Anti-air in the clutch. Clutch, perfect parry under pressure. Timing their parry just as the attack was coming triggered a perfect parry. Now they have a chance to go on the offensive. Will this super art do anything? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. No! but they just choked it up! Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost done! Looking for a hold. What? Dropped up with the Devil Stomp! Closes in! Keeps him out! There's a burnout! Player 2 can't use it! They didn't take the throw! Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win!
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
The top player is here.
This round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That was a solid anti-air. Oh, whiffed the drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Low heavy. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. They trade hits, and now gets the counter hit throw. Takes a trip from up above. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Overdrive a shoulder kick for more damage. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Shows a medium kick. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Experiencing burnout. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Time for a drink. Jump. A parry. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Springs forward with a drive rush. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Ah, burnout activates. What'll happen here? Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Hits him with a sweep of super art. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Is this gonna kill?
What's wrong?
Still in it with a sliver! Cross-up attack! The overhead did not! What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Wow, shut down. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Was looking for that jump attack. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Takes a trip. Player 2 chases them down. Dashes up, reads their mind, snipes them out the air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Jumps up. Who's going to start things off? Had the radar up and running. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Spikes! Uses the target combo as a filler. Jumps in. Going in. Drive gauge gap here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Big opportunity now in this corner. Barely blocks the jump in. This ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Superb reactions on display. Getting tipsy with the depth. This can lead to some big damage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fights drives, in fact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. They're back into the corner now. Sets up with the jump in. With super arts into play, it crowns them from above. Turning it right up with a super.
Come on. It's time
Get
to
to the
train.
Saiho connects. Jamie's gonna show all the OGs that there's a new player in town. Player 2 needs to win. There's a burnout. Back tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. They think this time to walk this out. Scrambling here to avoid that corner. What are they gonna do? Oh, drive rush! Betting it all on a drive rush. What a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. That's a counter. Not close enough for the throw. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Oh, easy tech. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? It's a good KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to buff up while they can. Dashes forward. Jumps up. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Gets out of the corner. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. It's the level 1. Breaking with some serious style. Knockdown and... Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Ooh, there's a side switch. This uses the gauge for a super arm. The super doesn't hit. Life lead is there, but still anyone knew the throw was coming. Cannon spike. Keeps them out. Meets them air to air. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. A jump. Perfect execution with the anti-air. A jump in. What a finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
train.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? No go for the throw. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Blocks the jump in. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Hits with the overhead. Knockdown. Nails the anti-air. Throws him to negate the block. Takes or goes for the super arc. Jumps in. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Jumps. There's the wall splash. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Holds out with the block. Grabs him. Closes the gap for the grab. The jump in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Uses the target combo as a filler. Big throws. A quick breather. They are really going at each other this round. Finds the target.
Come on. It's time
Level
to train.
3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Carried to the corner. This maybe does him dirty. In there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps. Can't tech the throw. Did well to get the buff in there. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Good anti-air. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 chases him down. Knockdown. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. Snipes him out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Fires off in overdrive. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive ult. Knockdown and under pressure, but keeps cool and techs it. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. What'll happen here? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Anti-air in the clutch! Life lead is there, but there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. A quick breather. Crowns them from above. Ooh. The Thunder is driving back to close the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Anticipates the overhead. Low heavy hit. Knockdown. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Got their eye on the air. They block the overhead, and... Got you! Nice cross-up. Hits him with his freak, springs forward with the drive rush. Their spacing is so on point right now. But burnout activated. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive Hadouken! They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Hits them in their gut! Ooh, there's a side blocking that drive impact isn't going to work! It's the level 1! Breaking with some serious style! Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Drive boosted Hadouken! Execute in there! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. The low kick connects. Alright, what's coming up next? I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Takes a trip. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Jumps? The opening on that impact. Will they take it? Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Tries to catch him out with the arm step. Had the radar up and running. Sets up the trap. Going in, player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here.
Farewell.
What'll happen here? Player 2? Oh my god, they just choked it up! They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but it's solid anti-air! A real test of Nook sets up with the jump in!
This is our destiny.
This is gonna kill! No doubt about it!
Gets got.
Flatline zone! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion!